Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us once again. We are back at my house doing the bathroom refurb, and as you can see by the extractor fan there and no more flashing lights, the electrician has been. We can actually see what we're doing on a night now. So first job, we are going to be putting the radiator pipes into the wall. I've measured my 720, which is the size of the bath, off centre of that, and then 450 centres for my rad. And we'll bring them across, drop them both down there, and connect up to these pipes, which I've just put a socket on, extended them through, and then using the old pipes that went through the timber anyway, we're going to socket them, not showing you on camera, socket them back onto there. I've pulled some bends, got them up there, elbow onto that, then we've got a couple of ready-made soldered bends to just put in there, put a socket on, same as there. I might have to put a couple of sockets, maybe an elbow, I don't know, we'll figure that out as we go along. But first job, drain the central heating down, which I've already started doing, bleeding upstairs, just on with draining down. Now we just need to pull these two stopper ends off, which I did get a towel, but I don't know how to put it. So I need to go find my towel again, get a towel under there, pull these stop ends off, and then we've got two press elbows to join them two bits of pipe back together, and then we can focus on this bit. Getting an elbow, however, onto here may be a bit difficult because I don't want to take this floorboard up, but I've got a feeling I'm going to have to be able to get in with the press gun. Either that or I try to press it out of place. But it doesn't always quite go to plan, because when you press, sometimes if you're doing it out of place on an elbow, it can just tweak just a little bit and it just throws everything off, and then that fitting's knackered. Does anyone know, anyone that does press, why sometimes the jaw gets stuck on the fitting? Is there something I need? Can anyone drop us a comment below? Anyone that's into press, has a press gun, used press before, what do I need to stop that from getting stuck on the fitting? Because sometimes it can be a bit difficult to get back out. So, with that in there, we know where we are with things now, so that'll be a problem. Might be alright. Now let's get a fitting on there. Let's have a look. Got an elbow there. Goes. Get that. Maybe. No. I don't know what to do. I'm unsure what I'm going to do here. I don't want to take this floorboard up, which I don't know if I'm going to have to. Or do I solder it? But the only thing with soldering, because I've put the press socket there already, is it going to melt the O-ring? I don't fancy melting that. It's the thing with press, you've got to think 5 steps ahead before you do anything. So I might have made a boo-boo here. Don't know. Let me have a think about it, and I'll show you in a second whatever I decide to do. Sussed it out. Right, I can press it. That's easier than I thought it was, to be fair. So with that in place and making sure that's straight, there, marks are there. Why didn't I think of that before? Instead of going from above, go from the side. Showing that that's straight. Put it on properly. Easy as that. Just need to get this one done now. them all pressed up. So what I can do then, once I've got this piece in, socket that up onto there and elbow straight out of the wall. Easy as that. So with that soldered up, we've fed our other pipe through and got it pressed into position. Had to cut this old cable trunking out of the way to get my press gun in. There was just no way getting that in. The only way to do it. So what we're going to do now is we've got a swept elbow, so we'll put a socket on there, socket on the end of there with our elbow coming straight out of the wall for 50 centres. So get this fluxed up, soldered up, and then get it all filled up, tested, get the floor back down, and then we can move over to get this bath into position. Tip for you when you can't get your pipe to stay straight, get yourself a tape measure, lock it in position at whatever height you need, put that under there, solder it up, it ain't gonna go anywhere. Always make sure when you're soldering near to plasterboard that you've not set anything on fire, and also when you're soldering under floors that none of that offcuts of wood and wood chippings aren't caught at light, because half an hour later you could end up in a whole lot of trouble. I've heard of stories of people burning houses down just from soldering under floors, soldering in lofts. It's easily done, so just take care if you ever do any soldering. Right, with that all pressurised and ready to go, just bang the floor back down, and what we're going to have to do now is just ply the rest of this floor, and then we'll get the bath in, because unfortunately I thought I might just get away with putting that piece in for now, but the leg is just going to sit just off it, and I don't want to just put a sliver in. I'd rather just board it all out, then get the bath in. And to top it off, I just had a phone call from Tyler. Tyler's coming around tomorrow to quote, hopefully, fingers crossed, can start next week. If you haven't done already, make sure you smash that like button. It helps the algorithm a huge deal, more than you would know. It push it out to the wider audience. So please, please, please smash that like button if you're enjoying it. If you've got any questions, drop us a comment below. Stay tuned. We're back shortly once the floor's down, and we can start throwing the bath in. Floor all now boarded, toilet back in. We had a little leak. Toilet pack, it was just a pan connector. Let's put a new pan connector in there. All ready to go onto the bath panel. However, we're out of time. I'm going out tonight, so I'm just going to show you how we make up the bath feet. I'm not actually going to fit the bath today. We'll probably do that another day, and well, we're definitely going to do that another day. I guess the Tyler's not starting on Monday now. We'll see. It is Friday. Yeah, Friday today. We might get chance over the weekend. We'll see how we get on. But feet. Sorry if you can hear my daughter shouting my other daughters downstairs. I do apologise about that. So, on this one, bath supplied by Clifton Bathrooms. These are a really good quality bath, really thick, really solid. You can get some baths in where you stand on it and you can feel the bath moving. These are really good quality baths. I highly recommend Clifton Bathrooms. This is not a paid advertisement. This is genuinely just a good recommendation. So, on here they have mapped out where our holes need to go for our brackets. They will line up with X bracket, all being well. There we are. And then we can get our screws, which are supplied with the bath in. Always use the screws supplied, because the last thing you want to do is screw through there and it pop through the other side. I've done it once before when I was first starting out, and someone got a second-hand bath, didn't have the screws, and the screw was too long. Idiot. Schoolboy error. We'll learn from our mistakes. So we'll get this in place, and then we can get our last 2 feet in. Then what we need to do is make our feet up, and how we do that is by measuring our bath panel. Bath panel is downstairs, that is 56.5 centimetres, but then I've got LVT flooring, which is about 5mm thick. give or take. So what we're going to do is going to set it at 57 centimetres. Should be enough to for where we need to be. So for the bath panel, just to slot in place nicely, and we can silicone the edges. So tip for you is once you've got one set out, what you can do is just measure from bottom of your bath, bottom of your bath, the bottom of your foot, 57 centimetres, and then measure from, if I can find my tape measure, there it is. Measure from the bottom side of the bracket to the bottom of the feet, and then you can set all your brackets up, your feet, sorry, up, so where your bottom bolt needs to be. That way you put them all in place, tighten them all up, and you're not having to mess around trying to measure from the bottom of the bath to the bottom of the feet every time. And then when it's in place, you can get it all level, and there'll be a bit of adjustments to make. I have got to apologise about the abrupt ending to that last video. Turns out my kids were having a fight in the street with some adult, so we had to go. I had to cut the video short. Long story wins. Long story short, kids won. Great adult. I'm only joking. They were messing about in the street. All could hear is arguing and parents shouting. So yeah, we had to leave early. Anyhow, back to the bathroom. Bath is in place. Well, I say in place. It's sat down, it's rather wobbly. No taps, no plug, and speaking of taps, I haven't got any yet. Unfortunately, the ones I want are out of stock and they're on back order and they're going to be out of stock for a while. So we need to rethink the situation with the taps. So for today, we are literally just going to throw the bath in, which is going to make it easier, to be fair, for the tiler, and I'm not going to have to clean the plug down once the tiler's finished, because the tilers are messy as, and they end up ruining the plugs and the taps. So if they're out of place, they cannot ruin it. So what we're going to do is get this levelled off. I always start at the front, make sure we've got our right height we need from the floor, remembering to allow for your tile, your LVT, your vinyl, whatever you're putting down, to go underneath, and then your bath panel to sit on top. So you got to allow that extra 5 to 10, maybe 15 mil, depending what you're putting down. So we've got that all the way around the front, and then make sure it's level, and then we'll level the back edge off. And then, as always, we're going to put a batten around the back 2 edges, drop it back into position, screw it down, silicone it in, bish, bash, bosh. However, I seem to have lost my 2 foot level, so it's going to make my job a little bit harder, because it is, in my opinion, essential to have 2 levels. So I'm going to have to manage with just 1 level for now, and add it to my list of tools that I've lost on jobs that I need to replace. Is it just me that's forever losing tools on jobs? Because somehow you lose them, or you think you put them in the van, and then all of a sudden they disappear. I had the same problem when I did the bath at the bungalow renovation, the one with the panic room. Shameless plug, if you've not watched the panic room videos, go check them out. I will put a link in the description below. But yeah, I had to borrow the joiners 2 foot level. So yeah, let's get a new one. Can't think where I've left it. Driving me insane. That's another little tip for you. I don't think I've mentioned this one before, is when measuring your height for your bath panel, setting your bath legs to the right height, is to just put a little mark in either side. So a little pen there. At the height you need the bath panel to be, the bath to be, one at either side. So this one needs to go up quite a bit. So I've got a cup of tea, thank you. This is my one of the twins, and you're going to see double vision in a second. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. These are the 2 twins. Say hello. Daddy, say hi. I'd love a cup of tea, please. Say hi. Hiya. Say like and subscribe. Hi. Right, you go tell Mummy yes, I'd like a cup of tea, please. Yeah. Right, so yeah, like I was saying, back to fit in the bathroom is I lost my train of thought now. What we're doing, legs, bath legs. So we're setting these up to the height. So yeah, just a tip. Mark on the wall, then you know exactly where you need to be. Set your legs. So we have got 56 centimeters for the bath panel. But I'm going to allow an extra 10 mil for the springiness of the bath panel for one, and also the LVT flooring, which is probably just over 5 mil, so 6 mil. That gives us a 4 mil gap, and I don't like things to be too tight. Right, enough of the crudeness. Let's get this fit. So after about half an hour of crawling around the floor, rolling around, spinning around, a bit over here, a bit over there, twisting this, twisting that, I think we're just about level. Let me just wipe that lens, it's a bit dusty. Just about level, I think. We're just tightening the bolts up. Now, always tighten them up. The last thing you want is a wobbly bath. It's a bit more solid. I think I'm going to have to cut the panel slightly at this side. The floor is absolutely miles out. You see there, we're quite a bit out, but I think we're just about right there. Backside, just about right. Along the middle, level. Along the middle, once it's screwed down in position, somewhat level. I hate leveling baths. One job I absolutely despise. It just, some can be so easy. The bath I did at the bungalow renovation, the one with the panic room, again, link in the description, go check it out. That bath went in a dream. It just twist here, twist there, boom, boom, level. This one, been an absolute nightmare. It's about time a bath manufacturer brought out a self-leveling bath. Is there one? Is it such a thing? Because if it is, I want to fit one. Self-leveling bath. Could be the future. Might be onto something there. Don't know how it'd work. Don't know. Anyhow, so what we're going to do now is try to find my pencil. I've got a pen in here. I'm going to have to draw a line underneath the bath, all the way around, just like so, at either side. And what we're going to do is go get a batten from downstairs, batten the back edge up, slot that in position, double check it's level, always double check, and then I'm going to grab some Fix All from Saudal, crystal clear, super clear. It's the clearest silicone I've ever used. It's not an ad, but if Saudal want to send me some free stuff, send it my way. Get that stuck in, get it siliconed up, and then I'm out here. I'm off to watch the mighty Leeds beat West Brom and stay top of the league. Battens in, ready to go, all supported nicely. So what we'll do is, before we put any adhesive silicone on there, we need to make sure we peel back our edge. Because well, I know I've done it. I've put a bath in before, silicone it all in place, realised afterwards I've not peeled the bloody protecting coating off. Schoolboy error, I know. But we learn from our lessons. So that's going to get taken off, drop it in place, double check, everywhere's still level, silicone it back, screw it down, Bob's your uncle, and then we're going to glove. Go on, downstairs. Don't leave it, I'll do it, Benny do it. Yeah. Right, you, bugger off, why is there a shoe in here? Trying to do work at all my kids is a nightmare. So a couple more screws, we'll get some at that side. Might even try get one at that side. And then, yeah, solid as a rock. So bath all in, ready to go for the taps and the waste fitting later this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get the taps in the next couple of days. The best do, because I'm in the bad books and need to get some taps in here. We're having to go to my mum's to get a shower and get the kids washed and all that. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. So even if we get a temporary pair of taps, just to put us on for now. So as always, needs must when we fit a bath is we make sure we get in and there's plenty of room in the bath. But you like a swim in here, it's quite deep actually. It's very deep. Very, very deep, I like it. good quality bath. Anyhow, enough of me babbling. I will see you in a couple of days when we are piping up the hot and colds, the waste and all that, and then we'll be back on a separate video to do the second fix once the tiler's been. The tiler was meant to be coming this morning to quote. He just messaged me, he's not coming now. So I'm not a happy bunny. It's always the tilers. Fast forward a couple of days, we are back in my own house, finishing off the bathroom. I say finishing off the bathroom. We're fitting the taps to the bath, piping them all up, and the taps are finally turned up. Turned up yesterday, ready to go. Nice set of black taps. Good quality, very heavy. So, POA is get the water off, run our pipes underneath, drill our pipes, holes down on the bath, flexes down, connect up the shower pipes, cap them off. Then we can move over to the waste, get the waste in, and then pipe it up to our existing waste pipe. Should be nice and straightforward. However, I just want to pick a bone with somebody. In last week's video, the bungalow renovation, I mentioned about drilling the tap holes out and sometimes your overflows are off centre. Perfect example. Tape measure. This is a J-shaped bath, 1700 wide by 720. No, 1700 long, 720 wide. So, half of 720 is 36 centimetres, which that is on, 36 centimetres, 720. Overflow. Centre of the overflow is about there. So about 5 mil to a centimetre to the left. So the overflow is off centre. The reason for that is because if you look at the bath, let's peel this back a bit more. You can see there that the outside edge of the bath is thinner than the inside edge of the bath. So you can see we have 6 centimetres and then we have 8 centimetres, meaning the inside of the bath has all been moved to the right slightly. So when I said about measuring your centres and drilling your tap holes and stuff and fitting your shower pipes to make sure they're centred with the overflow, you just got to make sure, because not all baths are all the same. On a standard 1700 bath, where you got the same width here, the same width there, yes, it will be bang centre, but some aren't. So you just got to double check, take your time, don't rush. So just a heads up, not all overflows are centre. So I wasn't right, and this is a good quality bath. It's not a cheap bath. So yeah, it's. I know you were saying you would never buy a bath where the overflow was off centre. I think you might have misunderstood what I was saying, but there's an example. So enough of me babbling. Nip to the van, go get my drill and my hole saw, get them drilled, and then we can start piping up the bath. So with the water off now, we made sure we had the hot to the left. So what we're going to do is pull some bends down onto here. We'll probably put isolation valves in the middle, and then we need to connect back into our tees there. Put some tees in, connect back into our shower, and then we'll just use our flexes straight up onto our tap, which is in place now. So first job, I think we'll get a short bit of copper, pull some bends. We are going to be using press, so we've pressed one downside to press. Grab an elbow, elbows. So because the fittings are quite bulky, you can't get it low enough basically. You see on there with a clip, unless you pre-prepare it and press it and then drop your fitting into the floor, there's no way of doing it. Plus, once you've got your gun, you're limited because you can't go at an angle. It's got to be flat and straight. So I'm limited to having my elbow coming at that height. So what I need to do is have I'm gonna have to bend it up, and put a kick on it, like a 45 kick, and then a 90 bend, and have my fitting like so. I think that's gonna be the easiest way to do it. Yeah, so we'll get this pipe bent. Hopefully we can do it first time. as you are all aware, I am not a pro bender. That really sounded wrong. I'm not the best pipe bender there is on online or in the country or in the world, but we try our best, so it might take me a couple of attempts. So I just put a little offset on there and then 90 bend. So let's give it a try. Like that. And then I need to make sure I'm doing this the right way. So I want the bend to go that way. So should have done my 90 first. Is that right? Is that going to be right once it's in position? Like that, bent across. Are we all straight? No, we're not. Looks about right. I will bend that now to a 90 degree. Got there. There we go, we have a bend. So let's see if we've got it right first time or if we've cut it short. So we'll drop you down to there, pop that into place, and we should be okay there. Should be able to make that work. Because what we can do, just have our elbow a little bit higher than we originally stated. That'll be fine. So let's look at this. How we're going to do it. We need a 15mm pipe slice first, don't we? So we are roughly there. Move out of the way. That's that. So how close are we? I think we're bang on. Perfecto. So mark a pen. Mark on there, mark on there. We can then take them back out, make sure our fitting's gone in all the way. Drop that back onto in position. Get it pressed up. Oh, that dropped out. It's always important to put a little pen mark on there, because what can happen sometimes is once you put your press gun on and start pressing it, your pipe can move, anything can move. So once you press it, you know then whether your pipe slipped out or in or out. Just a bit of an indication whether you might have a faulty fitting. So, shall we, we'll do it, get this next pipe in. Same again really, I think. How are we going to do this one? Let's put a bend on it. What are the radius to get onto that pipe? So I think, again, kick it up, and then I might have to put 2 elbows on. See what space we've got first. So first of all, another bit of pipe. Get a bend on there. Give that clean down. It's got a lot of flux in it for some reason. Give that, put a bend up, and then we can address the situation when it comes to the elbows and catching off the existing coal pipe. So, back to my bending masterclasses. Not. So what I've decided to do is put 2 45s in, make an offset. Should work, I think. So I'll pull it to there, and then it's quite a big gap. So will pull it down a little bit further, maybe there. Make sure that's all straight, which is not, never is. Then bend that back straight. So, moment of truth. Will it work? Will it fit? Drop it in to there, and I think it should work if I just get my pipe slice, which is there. Let's cut that off there. Has anyone got these new Rothenberger slices yet? I don't know what to think of them. Sometimes they cut really well, other times you seem to be going forever still. I don't know if the blades are very good on them. What have I done here? Twisted that. So, hopefully, that's not too low. I can get a bloody elbow out. Nice. Got a feeling it might be too low. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? We might be alright if I can get that over a little bit. We might be okay. So, get that cut, get that bent, pressed onto place, and then we can move over to get our isolation valves on, and then we can address the connecting in over to the existing shower pipes. So moving on to this side, you can see what we've done here is we just put a couple, a 90 bend in there, a T, straightforward. What I did was I made sure my clips were in line with my end of my pipe, so I knew I didn't have to do too much messing about down here. So we'll do the same again, pull another 90, we'll get that cut into position, T on, and connect it to our isolation valve there. And then turn them off and get the water back on. Fingers crossed there's no leaks. I'm not going to liven up the bath taps just yet, because obviously I haven't got the waste in. And I once learnt my lesson. I turned the water on, and even though the tap was turned off, the tap was faulty and water was flooding out. This was my kitchen sink, and the kitchen cupboard got drenched in water because I've not done the plug yet. So lesson learned, make sure you have the plug in before you turn the water on, because if the tap is faulty, you're not going to cause any damage to the floor or a kitchen cupboard when in my other case. So, let's crack on. So, flat screwdriver, that off, head downstairs, get the water back on, fingers crossed there's no leaks. And just like that, the water is on, and we have no leaks, which is good, nothing leaking on there, all good and good on the hood. So, moving over to the bath waste, just been and swapped the waste, because I didn't realise, my terminology is wrong. I say pop-up waste. When I say pop-up waste, I mean a button that pops up and down. I know the terminology for pop-up waste is the one where the overflow twists and it pops up. So one I meant was actually a sprung waste or a push button waste. So I asked for the wrong one, my fault, my error. Another reason for acrylic Victor, whatever your bloody name is, to moan at me and say that I was poorly prepped and I made an error once again, because you know Mr. Perfect over there never makes any errors. Can you tell that this guy's starting to bug me a little bit? Anyhow, moving on. In the box, we've got overflow pipe, empty box, our overflow, and our push button. It pops up, that's why I call it a pop-up waste. Easily done. Right, so we'll get this made up, show you exactly how we are going to do it. Some might like it, some might not. As always, clear silicone when using a black waste, because you don't want white on black. So, get this in. On there, that washer on there, like so, and then again, more silicone on there, and then, nearly forgot, silicone on there, be generous, make sure it fills the gap. A bit worried this is going to be a cheap and cheerful waste, but it's quite heavy. That's not plastic, that's metal, is that? So quite impressed with that actually. So pop you in there. We're then gonna just drop that in there. Make sure you take off your plastic wrapper. Schoolboy error, we've all done it. Don't you be lying if you say you haven't, because we've all put our waste in. Or drilled our taps, put our taps in. Silicone the bath back without taking, someone's beeping them on, without taking the plastic wrapper off. We've all done it, we've all been there. We all live and learn. Right, so we'll just try and line this up, hold that in place, get this to screw on without cross-threading. That's all in there. Happy days. And then just up here, wipe all the excess silicone away. Try not to make too much of a mess, which I am doing. So with that all tight in there now, we just need to get our overflow pushed onto our little attachment there, which sometimes can be a bit tight. This one doesn't seem too bad. There we go, that's pushed on nice and tight, as far as it will go. And then lastly, get this on here. So silicone, that to hold the washer in place, like so. And then silicone the front of it to seal it. Easy as that. What I'm going to do on this one, put you up, is push that on there first rather than afterwards, and then all I've got to do is line it up, make sure our washer's in place and not falling off like it nearly did then. Stick it on. And then you can see it there, so you can see it. Our bolt just screws through and tightens up into place, making sure our little slots are at the bottom and not the top. There we go, all done and dusted. So I'll just get a wipe. These wipes from Screwfix, they're no nonsense ones. They're so thin, they're rubbish. Wouldn't recommend them at all. So we'll just clean it all up, make sure we're nice and clean. We can then pop up waste, click waste, whatever you want to call it, back in there. It's an easy clean one, so you can just pop it out, clean it out, any hair that gets stuck. Easy as that. So, I've got the trap from the van and get that piped up. So, as always, a Calpine trap. I wouldn't use any others. I've done in the past, Plumber, Polyplumb, Viva and all the rest of them, but they were garbage. So, McAlpine, I forgot the word then, literally just said it, for the win, you can't beat it. So, let me try and get this in here, one-handed. In fact, I'll put you down because it's just going to fail one-handed. So, washer on, and then, all being well, this is a standard sized trap, waste sorry, which it is. It's a happy days. And then we're just gonna lie down under here, cut our pipe to length, straight a bit of pipe all the way through. Like so. Can't really do it under there. Which way we're turning this way. I've had these cutters for some time now, and I just cannot get the hang of them. Am I doing it the right way? Yeah, I'm doing it right. I just seem to cross ride and run like that. It drives me insane. Anyhow, move them to one side. Just double check where. Cut that way too long. I don't know what I did there. Probably because it run off. Cut that again. Let's cut that much off. Right, which way are we turning? The garbage, absolute garbage. Wouldn't recommend pitbull slices at all. Try. You know what's going to happen now? I'm going to cut too much off. They're basically a rip-off of the Nipex ones, but I've heard bad reviews about the Nipex ones as well, so for sure won't be getting any more. I might just go back to my old Monument ones. They never seemed to run, did them ones. The only downside to the Monument ones was you had to carry an 1.25 inches and an 1.5 inches, where these does all, well, I think it does right with 2 inch, I think. There we go, that's a clean cut finally. So, do we just loosen that trap off a little bit. I'm going to prep up this bit of pipe, get our nut, I don't know, this plastic O-ring and our rubber washer on there. Prep that like so, get that into position, and then what we're going to do is, with some glue, I'm going to glue the top L gun first. I'm going to move your camera because you won't be able to see anything because my arm will be in the way. Move you down here, you might be able to see something then. That one's glued in there, and then I'll go all the way round, and then in the fitting as well. Try to do all this in one go. So into there, onto there, give it a little. And then pull out the rubbers back, tighten that up. And tighten that up. Love my job, constantly rolling around and crawling around floors. So that's all in and piped and done and dusted. Someone pulled me on a short video I did a while ago about testing straight away after solvent weld. I've always just tested straight away. Probably maybe once had a leak before, but I think it might have been because there was a scratch on the pipe rather than actually because I tested too soon. How long do you leave it before testing a solvent weld waste after you fit it? Some people leave it 10 minutes, some people leave it an hour, some people leave it 24 hours before they test it. I get you got to give it time to go off, but I've always found solvent weld after 5-10 minutes at the most, it's gone off, done, dusted. You put it in, if you don't move it, get it in position exactly where you want it within a couple of seconds, it's pretty much grabbed instantly. What I'm going to do now is give it a couple of minutes. Probably give it a minute, so something like that. I'll find out flat screwdriver again. And what we'll do, just turn that tap off, capped off up there. And we'll just test out, make sure I've got no leaks. That's hot. Sounds good, looks good. Cold pipe. So. We have a problem. Can you hear that? We have air coming out of all of that. Let's take the pressure off. Wonder why that was. Not on there. It's holding. Let's try again. That's no longer hissing now. Whew! Thought we had a leak then. Thought there was something up. Panic over. So, what I'm going to do, I'll give it all this little tidy up, get rid of what we need to get rid of, and then I'm going to test the bath out and get it filled up, making sure we test the overflow. So after waiting what felt like a lifetime, I'm going to test it out. We have water. Let's have a look. Have we got a leak? Have we got a leak? The answer would be no. That's just glue. We're good. Oh, good in the hood. Thank God for that. So what we're going to do now is do the painstaking thing of pushing that button down, letting this bath fill all the way up, and testing the overflow. Always test your overflow. Because I've seen so many times where overflows aren't even connected properly, and they've obviously never been tested. When someone gets in that bath, I know the water might only come to them, but when someone gets in it, that water's coming up. I know when I'm getting a bath, because I'm a big guy, it goes over that overflow. So, make sure you test it, because it could leak from up there, but it could also leak from this connection here, which I don't preferably prefer these connections. I prefer the ones that have a nut and an O-ring washer in there, but it is what it is. So, let that fill up, test out the overflow, and then let the rest of the water go, because sometimes, just sometimes, you get leaks that only leak when you have a massive water, quite a lot of water flooding through it at once. It's always good to check a full bath out before fitting your bath panel and stuff like that. On this, obviously with this being my own house and it's taking a lot longer than a usual bathroom would, we're going to be using this bath before it's in the tile, before it's the bath panel even goes in. So yeah, we're getting there. Just picked up the tiles today. Tiler is starting next week, thank God. And then we can start looking at getting a brand new toilet, brand new basin. I've already got the shower, already got the radiator. I need a shower screen as well. Can't wait till this house is complete. After this, we're on to the stairs, and also just waiting for the electrician to come to do put a socket underneath the kitchen sink so I can put the boiling hot water tap in there. So, I hope you've enjoyed this section of videos of me doing up my own house in this bathroom. I will put a link in the description to previous videos where we have moved a gas pipe, we have done some other little plumbing jobs here and there, and also obviously the rip out of this bathroom as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to flush this out, test the overflow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there's no leaks. Oops, nearly missed it. Starting to fill up now. Making sure I've got no leaks. We'll fill that up so it goes right over the overflow. Fill it up as much as possible. Then we'll give it a hardcore test out and flush it through. So far, so good. Seeming promising. Feel the water going through there now. Everything seems dry. So, what I really want to do, and I just daren't do it, right? So this GoPro is meant to be waterproof. I'm meant to be able to put it underwater. I just daren't do it. It just don't feel right. Something about putting electronics underwater it's just not right for me. But according to the manual, I can dip it in the water and it'll be fine with no sort of protection on it. I don't want to risk it. That'll do. Find a scratch in the bath then. Wipe off just a bit of silicone, I think. Right, so seems okay. What we'll do now is I'll try and get my jacket wet. Press the button. Test out all this, making sure the elbow there is all dry as well, which it is. Happy days. So I think we're just about there with this video. We bath all fit, radiator pipes all done, ready to go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. I'm getting roughly about 100 likes on a video, so I'm gonna, every week or every video, I'm gonna set a target of hitting a like target. If we smash it, big thank you. The higher the number goes, we might have start doing some giveaways for it, some little giveaways. So I'll set a nice low target this week, 150 likes. If you haven't done already, please smash that like button. It means a lot. It helps it push it out to the wider audience. If you do like my videos, the day in the lives, the tool reviews, the other bits and bobs, we're going to do some trade shows this year. I'm going to try and get to a few more than I have done over the last couple of years. Please subscribe to the channel. It is free. Create yourself a YouTube account, press that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell because you'll get a notification every time we upload on the channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned and keep an eye out for the next video here where we will get your words out. We will be putting the bathroom back together and second fixing it with radiator, shower, towel rail, basin and a new toilet. So peace out. I'll see you guys next time.